What's up, guys? So I just walked out of Sardinia Market. I was in there, I had to pay my mobile internet bill. Man, I always forget about that internet bill, so I had to pay it. So real quick, this is a mobile internet. And this is what, people ask me all the time, what do I do with my American phone, my US phone, because I still have a US number. And I need my US number because I still do business in the US, so I need to be able to maintain my US number. So when I'm out, I carry my mobile internet to ensure that I have internet while I'm out. And I know some gonna ask, well, why don't you have a Dominican phone? Well, we do have a Dominican business phone, but I don't have a Dominican personal phone. Number one is, I don't like to carry around two phones. When I was in corporate America, I carried around two phones for 15 years. It was cool back then, it looked cool because you felt like you was important, but listen, that became a headache. I always said I never want to carry around two phones again, so I carry my one phone, and that's my US phone. But I also have, like I say, we have a Dominican business phone, but we leave that at home. So I'm only out with my US phone and my mobile internet. So what is this mobile internet? Well, I just said it's a mobile internet, but mine is with Altice. Now, you can get this one or two ways. Well, let me tell you the cost. The cost of this box is like 2,500 pesos, 3,000 pesos, somewhere in there. You could either buy it with the plan, which I have a plan on mine now, so I think I pay like 1,300 pesos a month. It's like $25, $27, something like that a month. Or you can pay as you go. So you can have it where you go in and you pay 500 pesos and you have internet. Now, I used to do that when I first got here because, of course, I was, mostly at home all the time. And so I really didn't see why I needed a plan, and I wasn't using it a lot. For people who travel here often, I think this is a good resource to have, especially the one without the plan, so you could just keep it charged up. So when you land in SDQ or POP or PUJ or STI, wherever you're going here in Dominican Republic, once you touch down, you could turn your internet on and you'll automatically connect. Because I know one of the problems when people get here is that they still have their service from the States. And man, it is so slow unless you have the international plan. And plus, I also know people who have the international plan and they're paying like $9 a day or something like that, or $10 a day. That is absolutely ridiculous. Just get you one of these for 2,500 pesos. And if you travel here often, right before you come back or before you leave, charge it up, make sure it has the internet on it. And then once you land, turn it on and you're automatically connected. So that's what this is, mobile internet. So let's go ahead and jump into the video, man, because I want to talk about this because I've seen some things here lately, and I've experienced some things here lately with people coming to Dominican Republic. Guys, you got to keep in mind, you are a guest in this country. I'm going to repeat that. You are a guest in this country. I don't care how much money you think you have. I don't care how light you think your skin is or how dark you think your skin is, how tall you think you are, how short you think you are, how handsome, how ugly, how skinny, how fat, it doesn't matter. If you wasn't born here in this country and you do not identify as a Dominican, whether you have a cedula or not, because foreigners can get cedulas, you are a guest in this country. And you guys need to behave as such. And I know people don't like when others make videos like this because they feel like they are like, what's the word? Wagging the finger, whatever that is. I forgot what the word is. Because people just want to come here and do exactly what they want to do without no consequences. And man, listen, that is not going to happen here in Dominican Republic. I seen a video it was about a couple weeks ago, man, where this guy came over here and he got into it with one of the girls. I guess he was in the Sosua area, and he was all in her face, yelling, putting his fist in her face, had her pent up against the wall. I'm looking at this and I'm like, what does this guy think he is? Guys, you can't come over here treating these women like that, man. I'm telling you. Your American status does not hold any weight when it comes to you breaking the fucking law. It has a lot of weight when you're talking about buying something, but when you're talking about breaking the law, matter of fact, it holds no weight. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, if you want the quickest way to go to jail, put your hands on a woman here. They will round you up in a heartbeat. And this notion that Dominican men, they don't do this to Dominican men, that's bullshit. Trust me, I've seen it. Dominican men go to jail just as quick as a foreign man for putting their hands on a woman. Don't let nobody tell you that. That's bullshit. That right there was embarrassing. I don't care if that lady told you 2,000 pesos and she went up 3,000 to 4,000. Pay her the money and get your ass out of there. Because your main goal when you're coming here to visit is to make sure you get back to your country the same way you left it. Arguing with somebody over 2,000 pesos or 1,000 or whatever, even if it's $100, it doesn't matter. You better pay it and get the hell out of there. Because I'm going to tell you something about here. Principle doesn't matter here. And I'm not saying people here don't have principles, because of course some people do. But that's not how, and you know me, I don't like to generalize, but that's not how a lot of people operate. The money is more important than the principle here. Just let me put it that way. For a lot of people, the money is way more important than the principle. It's different than how American culture is. We stand more on principle than it is money, because we feel like if I stand on my principles, I can make the money over and over with this person. But that's not how they operate, man. You come over here talking about you standing on principle, you're gonna be standing in a damn jail cell. Hey, don't let your pride get in the way from you getting back to the mainland. I remember a guy told my wife, it was a while ago. I guess he didn't like what she said. This was even before I got on her channel. And he made a threat to her, some foreigner. Oh, when he came over here or whatever, he was gonna do this and you know. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you must don't know. Because if you thinking you're gonna come over here threatening, as a foreigner, come over and threaten and harm a Dominican woman, man, you are totally out your mind. Man, listen, if he would have threatened to sneeze on my wife the wrong way, he wouldn't have made it back to his flight. Matter of fact, he wouldn't even made it back to his Uber. Well, I take that back. He would have made it to the back of his Uber. I don't know if he would have been in the back seat, but he would have damn sure been in the back of the Uber, if you know what I mean. And listen, and it wouldn't have had nothing to do with me. They would have been on him before I even got on him. One thing I can tell you about Dominicans, man, that people don't realize, the proximity to power for some of these Dominicans, you wouldn't even believe it. Meaning that you'll see a lady in the street or a guy in the street or a guy on a moto concho and you think, oh, he's just a moto concho. But you don't know who these people know around here, man. You don't know who they know, the close proximity. My wife's father was in politics for a long time. Trust me, he knows some people. And he's not wealthy, he's not rich. He lives very, very modest, but he can make a call and it could go down. Listen, you don't know who you're dealing with over here. It could be some woman in the street that you're messing with. Next thing you know, her mom is a cleaner or service worker for one of these big time CEOs in Las Casas Gascos or here in Piantini. And she goes to the guy and say, a foreigner did something to my daughter. And next thing you know, he on the phone. And next thing you know, your ass missing. The proximity to power here with Dominicans is real close. I ain't saying everybody got access to them, but listen, you never know who you're dealing with. People in my wife's family are in the military. They have this proximity to certain people, generals, higher ups. Listen, don't come over here trying to be a badass, because it probably won't end well for you. Yes, Dominicans are some really, really great people. They're warming. But guys, don't take them smiling and all that joking for granted. You don't know who you're dealing with over here. And the next one I want to talk about that could end you up in jail here is coming over here messing with these drugs. Guys, listen, if you're coming over here on vacation and you don't have a discipline enough to say, hey, I'm just not going to do this while I'm here on vacation, you really have a problem. Yes, I know people over here do smoke the good green, but you don't need to be smoking that good green. Come over here, enjoy your vacation, because they will set you up And the cops will be on their side and they'll be locking you up and then they'll be extorting you and then you'll be making a YouTube video about it. Leave the drugs alone. 2 things or 3 things to get you locked up real quick here. Messing with those illegal drugs, abusing women, and messing with little kids. Leave it alone. I'm telling you, man, leave it alone. I've seen videos where guys are looking for marijuana and it's like, why? Why would you come to a foreign country and put yourself in that type of situation for what? You don't know how the system works when it comes to this stuff, man. Why would you even do it? Don't come here looking for no damn marijuana. It's not legal here. You will go to jail. And here's another one. If you are out somewhere and you're not getting the right service that you think you should get, hoopling and hollering, what we say in the South, ain't gonna get it done for you. Nobody cares about you screaming to the top of your lungs. Listen, you can't threaten people over here. You can't ask for the manager. You can't be sitting around arguing with these people, man. Bruh, let it go. Don't let them bend you out of shape if your service is bad. I mean, I'm not saying you just need to, bend over and take it up to you know what, but there's a way you have to go about doing it because you are a guest in this country. Listen, you can express your displeasure, but banging on the table, screaming is not going to solve anything. They do not care. You could tell them how you feel. You could ask for a resolution, whether, hey, give my money back or give me another one or give me a credit, whatever that is. And if they say yes, then take it and run with it. If they say no, you got to take it and run with it. Just don't frequent that place or patronize that place again. Just go on about your business. But getting mad is not going to solve anything. They're just going to call the security over there. Then the security is going to come over there. Then they're going to ask you to leave or whatever the case may be. And then if you get belligerent and upset at security, then guess what's going to happen? You're creating this whole snowball effect. Then the police going to get called. When the police call and they come out there, if you're being violent, they're going to arrest you. They're going to take you to jail and possibly they're going to extort you to get out. Why even put yourself in that predicament? I know that sounds like, well, man, this sounds like a bad place. No, it's not a bad place. It's just that you need to make sure that you control yourself and understand that you are a guest in this country. I've never had to deal with these situations, except for maybe the last one, where I feel like I'm not being treated fairly and I get upset. And this was more so when I first got here because I had that U.S. mentality where, hey, I'm the customer, you're the business. You need to make sure I'm good. And to a certain extent, they operate like that. But in some cases, they don't care that you're the customer. And when you go to these places and you're dealing with these people, hey, don't take it personal. Because a lot of the times, I say this, customer service is not at the top priority here in Dominican Republic, especially in like just average businesses. Of course, when you go to these high-end, like maybe restaurants and businesses, yes, they understand what customer service is about. But some of these average businesses, which is a lot of them here, they're not worried about customer service. I don't take offense to it anymore unless they're just actually really being rude. Like, I'll give you an example. I was out the other day and I ordered a Long Island iced tea. The Long Island iced tea was horrible. So I called the waitress over and I said, hey, man, this Long Island iced tea is horrible. And she said, what's wrong with it? I said, it just doesn't taste good. I don't want it. She said, what's missing? I don't know what's missing. I don't know what's in a Long Island iced tea. I just know it don't taste good. Well, I want you to tell me what's missing so I can fix it. No, I really don't want you to fix it. I want you to take it back and take it off my bill. I was getting so upset. I just said, you know what? Forget it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to argue with somebody about a Long Island iced tea. It was 500 pesos, which I thought was way too much for a Long Island iced tea, especially in this particular place. But in the States, if I would have said, hey, this is not good, they would have said, what? Can I make you another one? Or would you like to exchange it for something else? This person asked me what's missing. Hell, I ain't no fucking bartender. I know what's missing. You know what I'm saying? So those type of things that you encounter, but at the end of the day, that's always in the back of my mind, no matter how much I love this country, no matter how much my family loves me here, No matter how much I've immersed myself in this culture, no matter how much I feel a part of this culture, no matter if my wife is Dominican, no matter if my daughter is half Dominican and a citizen of this country, I have to remember Jay is a guest in this country. So Jay is going to operate like he's a guest in this country. And I challenge you guys to do the same, because I don't want anything to happen to guys or gals coming over here trying to have a good time, no matter how you define a good time. You don't want this paradise to turn into a nightmare. So take what I'm saying as advice, not me wagging a finger. So until then, guys, remember, always keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you're going to live your best life. And I'm out. Peace.
Je bocht aan mijn best life, yeah. Je bocht aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je bocht aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no.